Hello and welcome, my name is Bubba Fabes and welcome to another guide. Today we're going to be talking about Monty and how to be a good Monty player for your team. Now there's a couple tips and tricks to go over, but there's going to be one main key point, and I will refer to that as managing your threat level. So without further delay, here is your Monty guide. Now, since this is a beginner's guide, I'll mostly be talking about controlling threat level. And what I mean by this is when you should have your shield up, when you should bring your shield down, when to go ADS, and when not to go ADS, because this is kind of the core element to make Monty a good player. There's a lot of other tips and tricks that we can go in later on. I can probably do another video, but for this one, I'll mostly be talking just about the threat level, and I'll be using some gameplay to help iterate what I'm talking about. So here is some of my footage, and I hope you guys enjoy. Now at the beginning, you're kind of trying to gather information. At this point, having your shield on full, because you're not really engaging a defender, you're basically just trying to gather intel, relay it back to your team. You're usually pushing on ahead of your team, if not by yourself. So at this point, there's no one for you to attack. You don't have to worry about your threat level, so you have as much safety as possible. So when engaging the defenders, it's at this point where you're going to actually bounce back and forth between your shield up and your shield down. So right now my shield's going to go up. I'm going to gather some information. I'm going to try to figure out how many defenders am I going up against. Right now there's a possible flank. Originally I had attackers behind me. I didn't realize they moved away, but this still stops me from over pushing. I know there's two defenders in there, and over pushing is going to give one of them a flank opportunity, so I don't want to do that. Gathering my intel, and then a defender makes a move, he's going to go for that flank. At this point I need to drop my shield because I need to become a threat to him. He's in a situation where if he turns around to leap over and get away, I can go ADS. Instead, he engages me. I'm going to drop down, crouch, and not move. Otherwise, you ruin your accuracy, and I'm able to get him down. Another tip, go for my reload. I was standing up, but crouch down and move to the right. That puts your shield back in front of you, making you harder to hit while you reload. So now, the defender I just engaged is going to back away. I don't know where he's coming from, and at this point, I'm worried about that bandit that I saw earlier flanking me. So I'm in information mode. I'm not actively engaging anyone. Until now, I have some information. Two defenders, and I'm alone. The rest of my attackers are mostly dead, and the other one's far away. A 2v1 is bad for me. I need to increase my threat level. So I'm going to drop my shield, and I'm actually going to go ADS, anticipating a push. It's high risk, but a last resort. In most cases, never actively go ADS against a defender being 2v1 or 1v1 because they have the advantage. In this case, I anticipated the push. I knew where they were coming from. I aimed at head level, and my accuracy was good enough to win that fight, but I didn't have much of a choice. So again, those defenders are dead. I'm going to bring my shield back up because I'm not engaged with anyone. I'm gathering intel, so I'm looking for another defender to engage. So now a defender's going to come out from this wall, and again, being cautious when you go ADS, but this defender turns his back on me. This gives me an ADS opportunity. Unfortunately for me, I actually ran out of bullets. Otherwise, that would have been a perfect time. So again, this defender's going to re-approach me. The biggest thing I don't want to do is bring my shield up, because there's no way for me to engage him. It gives him the opportunity to run up on me. I want to avoid that and have the possibility of killing him. Me being at such low health, just by dropping my shield and possibly going for a hip fire wasn't going to happen because my accuracy was so much lower. He literally just needed to land one bullet on me and I would have died. So I had to be as aggressive as possible and try and kill him as quick as possible. So I had to go ADS in that situation. Otherwise, don't go ADS. It would have not have ended well anyways. So now with the second clip, I'm actually going to show you some things not to do, as well as a few tips again just re-going over how to manage your shield. I get inside the window, I'm going to go shield up. I was taking some damage, so I'm going to protect myself. So that's fine. But right there, going ADS against that player was a huge mistake. Never do that. I did not have the advantage. They have a better weapon. They have better accuracy with a better scope. That is not a situation where you want to go ADS. Only go ADS if the other player is distracted. They've engaged someone else. They've turned their back. They don't know you're there. That's an opportunity to go ADS. So keeping that in mind. When I come around the corner, I'm going to find that pulse again, and the pulse has his back to me. This gives me an ADS opportunity to do some damage. After that, I need to go for a reload, so I'm going to kind of back out about, keep myself safe. I come back in. I wasn't sure where the pulse was at, so I'm going to keep myself safe until I'm confident about my engagement. He's going to go for a C4. It's going to land behind me, but I know it takes a second for them to actually press the detonate button. That gives me an ADS opportunity. He's distracted. I finish off that kill, and now I know that the last defender is in here somewhere. So shield is up. I'm in information gathering mode. I find that defender, and boom, it's at this point where I become a threat again. I'm actually going to bounce back and forth, kind of keeping the defender uneasy. He's going to go for the rush towards me, and that's when you drop down, spam your hip fire, remembering not to actually be moving, otherwise you have no accuracy, and swing your melee, and that's at that point where I'm able to get that kill on him. So I'm going to do one final example. I'll play this one a little bit more full speed for you guys. Just a few extra tips and just another scenario to help you guys out a little bit. Information gathering. I'm going to relay the information to my team. Bandits pushing me right now. There's someone up in the hatch. So my teammates are actually going to go deal with the person in the hatch. I took a chance, went ADS. That was a bad time to go ADS. The defender's actually far away to a point where I'm not a threat to him. Whether or not I try to hit fire him, that's not going to work. I shouldn't go ADS against him. He has the advantage. So my shield's going to stay up. Never over push as well, which is why I'm going to wait till the guy in the hatch is being dealt with, because that gives someone the opportunity to get behind you. Guy in the hatch is dead. Now I can now push up, gather more information. Spotted 1, spotted 2, and he's going to be spotted. ADS opportunity, he turned his back, an easy kill. Go for a reload, shield up full until I can get more information. One's on my left. I'm actually going to push aggressively. Remember, drop my shield, I got close enough. Melee opportunity as well as some hip fire. I push up on the other guy. Aggressively, the Ash kind of came in for that kill. But again, this is just the way that you balance your shield. Up and down, and it takes time and a lot of practice. There's also a lot of people kind of play a little bit differently. This isn't the only way to play as a shield, but this is what I found most effective. Also, keeping in mind that using the right gadget, bring smokes. The smokes are probably the most useful in planting situations, as well as blocking off possible areas where someone can get a flank on you and you want to push aggressively. Use those smokes. That gives you the opportunity to close the distance safely. So I hope that you guys were able to get some information and learn something. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave it down below. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time, guys, I will see you later.